Hang on, guys. Let me set the settings here. Can't open your camera software until you go live. Hey, Kenny, 1 second. I just set some stuff here because it takes a picture. There we go. Okay, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Kenny, Miranda, hey, Beady Eye Beth, Jersey, Pacola, Ian. Ian, I love those flowers that you did on your video. Those were awesome. Laura, let's see. Hey, Janet. Hey, Suze. How's the reno going, Janet? Peggy. Hey, Shy. Hey, Terry. Oh, there's Terry. Wait, where's my phone? Oh, here. I got so much on my table to show today. Happy Mail, projects. Oh, so excited. Okay, let's see here. So Terry, gotta say good morning to Terry here. You're slow, Janet? What do you mean you're slow? You're slow getting your reno done? Or you just haven't had coffee yet this morning? Can everybody hear me okay? Hey, Scoobs. Okay. Okay. Listening. That's good. That's good. Hey, Victoria. Lori. Kimberly. Stars. Wendy. If you're watching the show, if you're watching the recording, I say good morning to everybody for a few minutes. So, yeah. You're going to tangle? Oh my gosh, Diana. Hey, Joey. Have you started your Inktober yet, Janet? Is that what you're saying? You're slow? I haven't done anything either. I set this here just to have the word October. I got to show my old stuff. My topic, and I'm working on art cards over or art disc. My topic for Inktober this year, cats and calligraphy. That's going to be my topic, cats and calligraphy. Oh, I did a couple of practices, Janet. That's all I've done here. I did sketch out a little Inktober. You know, I do a little sign for each year. And so I sketched one out. I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do that today. Hey, Karen. Hey, Melody. I'm sure I'm missing Melissa. Some people coming in. Karen, good to see everybody. Can y'all hear me all right? I went to, okay, so here it's the 1st of October. So I have black, green. I looked for something orange and I couldn't. So I did orange nails. just to, be in the mood with everybody else, Boo made this when she was probably 3. This is one of her first beaded things she ever made. And then she moved on to silly band weaving. So anyway, yeah, I took off all my pink bracelets. Wearing corn. Candy corn fingernails. I should have painted them to look like candy corn. I could have, Terry. But then, see, my nails, I don't grow long nails because they just get in my way and my nails are soft. So I don't grow them. I really never have grown nails. They get in my way. So I keep my nails short. So if I try to make these look like candy corn, they'd look like little stubs. Terry. Hey, Melvina. Anybody else popping in I missed? Thanks for being here. Hey, Mitz. Victoria. Hi. Hope everybody had a good weekend. It was Cam's birthday over the weekend. I cannot believe, for those of y'all that have been here with me, 8 years, Cam first came on the show when he was 11. He is 19. How could he be 19? Hey, and there's Zeely. Zeely, I got Happy Mails on my porch yesterday morning when we got up. Hubster goes, oh, it's always nice to wake up and go get your Sunday paper and see Happy Mail on the porch. So I got Happy Mail from Zeely to show. Hey, Lori. Anybody else? I'm sure I'm missing somebody. I know, Terry. Right? I cannot believe he's 19. I know. So anyway, I'll just show real quick. I got out my some calligraphy pens. I have enough nibs here. I don't have to get out extra nibs, although I'd like to show again my nib holder, but I moved everything around, so I'd have to hunt it up. Maybe is it right here? Where's my, oops, sorry guys. I have that nib holder that was made by, well, I can't find it right now. Hang on. What did I do with it? I think it might be in this box. Let's look. Here it is. Here's all my wax seals, extra nibs. And this is the one I think Janet made me, this one. These are little nib holders. So this is the one made by Queen Pam. This was the first one. So here's one of my nib holders. Let me put a piece of paper behind it here. So you can see behind each nib. See, it flips up. So you can put nibs. Isn't that cool? So Queen Pam made me this one some years ago. So I have this nib holder. Janet made me this one. Hi, Nick. Have you seen your portrait? I'm recording it, Victoria. It started this morning. You can't watch it online. The whole episodes are not online. So I'm recording it right now as we speak. The first episode of this season, I guess. There's one a day, every day this week. So yes, I'm recording. So anyway, here's my little my waxes to melt. I only have a couple wax seals because I don't really use them that much. But I have an inkwell, and I have a fleur de lis. And here's some more waxes. That's not going to fit, I don't think. There we go. Nope. Let's take that one out. So anyway, this is just a little box. Here's the other, these are the other wax seal discs that you can melt. And here's some that you can buy that are already made, that are already mashed. Got a pipette, some more calligraphy pens in here, more nibs. So yeah, this is just a little calligraphy box here. Okay, why isn't it closing? Got something preventing it from closing. Yeah. And then put that back up on my shelf. Then I have other nibs here. These are the nibs that go to the Schaefer, the Schaefer pens that come with the cartridges. And I've said it before, I've said it before that the Schaefer cartridge pens, unless they've changed the formula, you really don't want to use the Schaefer cartridges because this ink fades. It's great for practice though. If you're a beginning calligrapher, these are great for learning, practicing. And then see, I have all the different cartridges. These are different cartridges for these pens here. And then let's see what else. So I have all my, well, not all of them, but I have handles and nibs that are ready to go on here. So I didn't pull out more nibs because these are the ones I use the most. Then, oh yeah, here's some other pens that I've been gifted by Boo and Darcy. These are glass calligraphy pens here. That one. This one, I think this is the one Darcy brought me back from UK. And then what else? Oh, here's some more. I think, no, I took all my nibs out of here. And this one is from Annie V. And I put it in there from Annie V. This is a Victorian mother of pearl real, what do you call it? Antique that Annie V sent me years ago. So I have that one. So yeah, just different pens here. All right, let's see. And of course I have tons of ink up on the shelf. Hey, Miss Vicky B. So those are some of my calligraphy nibs. And let me go ahead and get these out of the way. I just wanted to show y'all that I'm making another batch of art discs. I made 40 in this one. I haven't done the painting on them yet, but I've actually made the discs, and I made these with, what color is that? I made it with metallic pewter, and then I glittered them, which I have to go get some more because I used the whole bottle. Glitter crystal. It's a deco art product. It's called Twinkle, and I use that to put glitter on the edges. Now, again, I haven't done the centers yet. I haven't done the painting, but I just wanted you to see the glitter on there. Hey, Jill, I'm sure. Hey, Dot, I'm missing some people because I'm not looking. There's Dragon. I haven't looked at chat for a second because I'm trying to do all this. So anyway, yeah, I have another 40 in progress here that I'm working on. These are for people that super chat or put anything in my PayPal. I make these for you guys. So let's move those out of the way. So these are some brushes that zebra brushes that I got from Jet Pens. I liked them. I liked them because they're a pewter color handle. Hey, Mama 4. So I really like these. They've been recommended. So I got some zebra brushes. These are just well, that's what I'm right with. This is going to be my main tool of choice to sketch the cats. Because remember, well, if you weren't here, what was I going to say? My theme for Inktober is cats and calligraphy. So I'm going to do them on 7x7 cardstock, just white, 110 weight. I think, yeah, it's 110 weight cardstock. I cut some pages down to 7x7. That's going to be the size I do this year. I just did a few little practices here. I'm going to use pictures. I've got hundreds of pictures of my two cats. So I'm going to use my photos of them for reference. And this one right here is Oliver profile. And so these are just some practice sketches that I did. There's ballpoint pen, and I just did brush ink with Sumi ink. And I just put the ink in my little soapstone tray here, and this is what I use when I either pull it out with the brush, or it's a slope. I don't know if you can see there's a slope to it, and it does need to be cleaned out. I can peel this out eventually. And oh, well, thanks, Lori. And the same thing for my calligraphy brush. When there's ink in here, I just put the ink in here, and I just kind of swipe I swipe, kind of pick up my ink like this. I don't dip into any jars or bottles because you're going to get way too much ink anytime you do that. So either use a pipette to get the ink out, or in this case, this one I can just unscrew the cap and squeeze some out. But if it's in a bottle without a squeezer, without the little squeeze thing, then you need to get a pipette and squeeze some out and drip it into either a cap, something smaller, a small dish, one of these, put your ink in something. Don't try to dip it out of the bottle because you're going to get it all jacked up. Just saying. Um, so squeeze it out into something that you can use. Okay. Let's see, what other tips do I have here? Now I'm obviously not going to show you every different kind of ink pen I have. I tried to put my most used, Inktober type pens in a smaller bag here. So I might use some of these depending, what I'm going to do. It's going to all be black and white. Thank you, Galena, and good morning, Lori. Anybody else I missed? Hi, Teresa. Hey, Riri. Don't forget to put it in caps. Dips on the stars. So here are some of my pens. I'll just show you some of my pens here. This is the little note that Norma sent me the bag. Norma sent me the bag. I'm probably not going to remember who sent me what, most of these I bought in this set, except Kenny sent me a set of the Pitt pens. She sent me the small, medium, a brush. I think there were 6 in the set. There's a large brush and a small brush. So I think there was maybe, I don't remember how many in this set. And I also had a couple of fine points already. So these are the Pitt pens. They're waterproof. Let it dry, and it's going to depend on the paper. So these are Faber-Castell Pitt pens, and they come in all different sizes, from brushes to extra small. See how tiny that tip is there? So these are waterproof. So those are the Pitts. I also got a couple new Kuretake brush pens. These, I've not used these before. I got kind of a small and a medium there. So I might use some of this. These are supposed to be waterproof as well. I specifically ordered these two for waterproof. So we'll see about that. Although, again, I'm not adding any color to anything. In my Inktober initial drawings, I can always print them out and color them, So there's those. These are my Lisa sent me, she sent me jet pen gift cards to get my what are these called? The name just went out of my head. Somebody help me out on these. What are these called again? Oh, so sorry. Anyway, she wanted me to have these, and these also have cartridges and have different colors to them. Maybe Janet will remember. Anyway, they have cartridges in all multiple colors. So I have different parallel pens. Yeah. So anyway, I have these 2 different sizes, and these have ink cartridges. Here's all the different cartridges I have for different pens. Different ones are waterproof, the carbon ink, and then the parallel pens you can buy a black and different here, like colors. So yeah, thanks guys. So I have a bag of cartridge refills. Okay, then I of course have microns, quite a few microns here. And I like the micron PNs. These I'm going to be using for smaller brush lettering. So if I want to write a quote, because I'm going to do cats and calligraphy. So, and when I say calligraphy, I'm including brush pens. Janet, oh my gosh, this just looked familiar. I know you, Janet's probably got more pins than I do. I'm serious. But we're both pin, I don't want to say it, but yeah, we're pin collectors. Janet knows what I'm talking about. But anyway, so these are good. The Micron PNs. If I want to do small brush lettering, let me see. Let me get a little. And I did get all kinds of papers. These are cutoffs off of to cut my papers down to 7x7. These are the leftover ends and bits off of the cutting down the cardstock. So these will also be used for, like, if I want to do a little bit of test, or if I want to do a quote, and I could do a quote. I mean, I might just do a quote. We'll see. So, and again, I'm going to have to get my feels back for brush pens. So let me just go. This is going to be really a small one. Here, let me start over here. So if I need to do a very small, tiny brush lettering, this is perfect. Well, it's not going to focus, but these PNs are good for that. Now I'm going to be doing bigger. Probably should find something a little larger here to do. I got a couple of these Kelly Creates pins. Let's see this size. Here we go. Let's try this one here. So if I want to do something about this size, hi, Faithful. So if I want to do something about that size, then this is, a little bit bigger brush nib. And of course, you can get even bigger, like this size, or the Tombow. I don't have any of the Tombows here, but I might, if I need them, I'll pull one out. The Tombow brush, what people are using for the brush lettering, but I can even use, this is not black, but the Sharpie Super Tips. Okay, let's do a little here. And I know you can't see. I'll zoom in here when I get done showing everything here. Okay, I'm trying to confine it too much. Okay, it's not working. I need a bigger area. That's too small. I need to press harder. So there's those. Let's see what else. I just have a black Posca in here for fillers. This is the Kuretake that Zandra sent me. This brush pen, and again, good for small brush lettering or just inking. This is just good for inking too. I have the Jane Davenport. I have 2 of the Jane Davenport pens. These are fountain pens, and they have cartridges. So I have these Jane Davenport pens, and these have colorful color cartridges as well. Okay, let me look over here and see what everybody says. Some of you may know I'm trained sign writer and will be doing a set of videos on how to brush. Oh, yay, Ian! Ian said he's a trained sign writer and will be doing a set of videos on how to brush letter. Yay, on some of your favorite fonts. Well, I'm only going to probably use a couple of different fonts. I'm going to use brush lettering and maybe a couple calligraphy fonts. I got a couple books here. This is going to be like my intro day to Inktober. And then, of course, this is my graph gear. Me and Janet love our graph gears. I think Janet has them in every size. I like the 0.7. I think Janet has it in every size. Oh, this is a weighty pencil, and I have blue lead in it. I like this for sketching. That being said, when you do any sketching on camera, it's hard to see unless you really, really zoom in. Let me push my lead back in. I've just sketched out with just a number 2 technical pencil on here because I'm going to erase it. What else? These are, I did get these micro perms at Jet Pens on my last order because Janet had them and said they were waterproof. So I got some micro perms. Thank you, Janet. Different sizes. So I got those. Oh, here's another. I think this, no, this isn't the one that Z sent me. This one is the, yeah, this is the Plantation, I think. No, Platinum. Anyway, I don't know the names of these at Xandra. They're Kuretake and Pilot. Ballpoint pens, just a Biro or a Bic, whatever, you know, depending on where you're from. And then here's some Japanese. Let's see. That's the these are the set of 3 Kelly Creates. I got those at Michael's. Then I have a couple of Japanese pens, and I just went by the review of what they said. So they're different sizes of like brush nib kind of pens, and you can use these for, you know, drawing or lettering. Then I got 2 Pilot. These are the Pilot brush pens. What everybody says when they say Pilot brush pens. This is the ones they're talking about. So I have 2 of those, and they look like this. If you ever want to order them off Jet Pens, they have the Japanese characters on there. Okay, other than the Posca, do you use other fine tip white pen? I do have, I do have lots of the Signo, but most of my Signos have probably dried out by now. Because I don't use them. I also have, hang on, I have the white. I have a bunch of these too. A bunch of these. The white. Who makes these? Jelly roll. I think it's just Jelly Roll. I have white Jelly Rolls. You can also use, if you don't have access to Poscas, the white Sharpie poster pins. These you can get at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and they're close to a Posca, but they're just water-based poster pins, so you can use those. Where are all my? Let me see if where did I put them? Hang on. So back in the day when we were doing a lot of scrapbooking and white lettering, don't anybody judge me. Here are some of my Signo pins that I've used over the years. I just can't bear to throw them away, so they're all not working. They are all not working, but here are my here are my Pentel and Signo. Those are all my white gel pens. But they can skip and not be as faithful. Since I found the Poscas, since I found the Posca paint pens, I almost exclusively use my white Posca pens. Almost exclusively. Okay, just saying. Okay, so there's those. So these are some of the different Japanese brush pens, and then the Pentel brush pens, and what else? So I'll set that there. Of course, you can use all different kinds of inks. You can use, you know, your like the FW, your waterproof. I have different. I'm going to be using probably just my Sumi inks, but I've got, and I think they're up there on the shelf. Where are my carb? Wait, maybe they are here. Dr. P.H. Martin, the Black Star. There's matte and high carb. These are excellent inks. Hey, great. Yeah. Faithful Mess says, you will be judged harshly at the gate. Hi, how you doing? Hi, Julie Topaz. Okay, so there's that. I got a stack of cards here just to, you know, whatever want to do. I did kind of sketch out Inktober 2018 and a little cat head. I'm thinking that may be today's cover page for, and then I've got a couple practice pieces I did here. Just trying to decide the size. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do something this small. This is I think this is 8x8, and so I ended up going to 7x7. So that's the size that I'm going to do this year, 7x7. You can use whatever you want. Rebecca, some people use coloring. Most people use black and white, but you can do whatever you want. I mean, there's even people arguing, what can I do, Digi? Well, do whatever you want. The idea is to do a challenge. Hey, Limo. Hey, Paula. You missed all the pins, Paula. You'll have to go back and watch. Okay, so again, I got my brushes for inking. I want to draw and sketch the cats in just Bic, Biro, whatever you want to call it. The lettering I'm going to do with calligraphy pens. I might do brush lettering. I might do some calligraphy. Here's my little practice things here. I'll show you my old Inktobers in a minute. I want to get through showing my Happy Mail and everything. There's my cord right there. It's distracting. Let's move the camera over this way a little. Hang on, guys. And I'll zoom in when I start doing anything. Okay. So a few things I want to show. Okay, so speaking of calligraphy and brush pens, so these, I got this book out because it has great samples of letters. So if I want to do a small quote, and again, guys, I am not proficient in brush lettering. I've done calligraphy since, really, I was doing professional calligraphy back in the 80s, but I don't keep up with it like. I do a few things. Like I said, I do a little bit of certificates for a local dojo, and I do a few things, but I don't really do calligraphy anymore because I just do other things. I got out of the habit of doing calligraphy when desktops, everybody just printed out their calligraphy. They didn't want hand done calligraphy any longer because they could just print it out. Invented in the ballpoint pen and then Bic bought them out, not sure of when. Oh, thanks, Suze. Yeah, I don't know the history of the Bic. I just know in UK they call it the Biro. So Bic, Biro, crystal, it's a crystal. So hey, Joan. Hey, Colleen. So this one has a lot of good samples of lettering. So I pulled this one out just so that if I want to see some lettering, to refresh my memory on some of the letter forms and things. This one's really a good one. I got it at Books A Million for like $7 or something. This one I've had for years. This is probably one of my very favorite calligraphy books, and I've got shelves of them. I love calligraphy. I always have. I love illuminated letters, lettering, anything to do with lettering and illumination and calligraphy and all that. I love it. And this is one of my favorite. It's Jacqueline Severin, I think is how you pronounce it. I don't know if this is available anymore. Let me take out I have some stuff in here to give samples on. But what I love about this one, let's see, it came out 1986. So I don't even know if they make this anymore. I don't know. But what I love about this one is all the different alphabets it has. Now, I'm going to flip backwards, but just so you can see the different. This one's stuck in here. It has different letters, different alphabets, Old English, italic, just all different kinds. I mean, I've got a lot of books that have different alphabets and different letter forms and lots of books like this. But this one's just my favorite. I don't know why. I just like it. Maybe it's because it has red writing descriptives above the letter forms. I don't know why, but I just love this book. It's one of my favorites. I don't know if that's the favorite, and I don't want to get too much off on calligraphy. But let me show if I can put my hand right on it here. this is probably one of my all-time favorites as far as illumination. It's called The Illuminated Page, 10 Centuries of Manuscript Painting by Janet Backhouse. And again, it's just a stunning book of illuminated calligraphy. So, yeah, those of you that do Bible journaling, be encouraged. Be encouraged. Get inspiration. This is true. This was true Bible journaling. But anyway, I love, this is one of my favorite books. This is my favorite one on different letter forms. Hi, Marie. I'm sure I'm missing some people. Joan. I'm not really reading chat too much, guys. The illuminated art, yeah. So I'm not showing a lot of my calligraphy books. I've shown them on previous shows, but we're going to try to get with Inktober today. So I'm just showing you some of the tools that I'll be using. So if I want to do some calligraphy, here's some reference to refresh my mind on the letter forms and stuff. But then again, I'm not trying to do perfection calligraphy. Like if I'm doing a document, a certificate, a poem, or a verse or something for somebody, I'm going to probably do a couple, pencil it out, trace it, have the letters, penciled out to not trace, but to stay on line, stay on task, because it's really easy to get your letters going, even with lines, to get them going the wrong shape and the wrong, anyway. So I just have them here for reference. The other thing I have here for reference, and it's not going to be necessarily the only thing I use. Oh, thanks, Terry. Is it out there? Oh, good. The Written Letters is out on Amazon. How much is it? Because my copy's from 1986. I wonder how old, are these reprints? A good resource for font and letter catalog books, if you can find them. Yeah, letter sets. Yeah, I have a couple of those, Ian, because I used to also collect, what do you call it? See, my mind's on one thing and I'm trying to think of another. Anyway, I'll just keep moving on. So I have this, this is an old scrapbook and rubber stamping word and quote book. And I just said, well, let me just see what it says about cats. So I did find a page about cats. There's just one page about some cat quotes. Things like cats are designated friends. I'm not rude. I got catitude. There's just a few little cute things like that. I'm sure there's more in-depth quotes about cats that I can look up. But I just, they're used only. Okay, thanks, Terry. They need to reprint that book. No, not dry transfer. Clip art. I'm thinking clip art. I have tons of clip art books, Ian, on lettering and just tons, because I'm talking before there was, desktop instant Google. I know it's hard for some people to imagine that you can't look something up online, but we used to have old-fashioned reference books. So anyway, a whole bunch of different little cat sayings, if you will. So I have that. What else do I have handy? I'm going to quickly flip through. My last 3 years of Inktober. I'm going to kind of try to make this an Inktober show. But that being said, I do have a little bit of Happy Mail I want to show. So I'm going to do that real quick. Tina, I don't know if she wants her last name said, because I don't know what her what she calls herself online. I know her last name, but I don't know if she wants to say. But Tina B, I'll call her Tina B. This was her very first art card made in kind of my style, and so she made this one, and I think it goes this way. So I just thought that was really awesome. So I had to show that off. Oops, let me click on my chat line. I know. I don't know if Tina's here. I haven't seen her yet. She might be. There's Sharon. Hey, Jean. So, yeah, isn't that nice? So Tina did that. She sent me a nice little note with that. Then Zeely Oh, well, let me show this real quick. So, Jen reading with pugs. Hey, Lynn, good to see you. Cats and brushland. Yes. Well, it's not brushlands. Cats and calligraphy, Lynn. Cats and calligraphy. So that could be brush lettering or calligraphy. Those are two separate letter forms. Okay. Brush lettering is brush lettering, and calligraphy is more exact. I don't know how you'd say it. It's usually done with, your nibs, your nib pens. Calligraphy is done with this. Brush pens are done with brush, or brush lettering is done with brush. Okay. So then Jen reading with pugs on her. Hi, Lady Jen. Asked she apparently, and I don't have the name of the artist in front of me. It's on Facebook. I'll have to, because I'm not going to do this today, so I didn't do the research yet. But oh, Mom's texting me. Oh, Mom has the first edition Cat Stories by James Harry. Oh, so Mom's talking about. Mom's here. Hey, Mom. She's not in chat, but she's watching. Mom's a lurker. So anyway, Jen reading with pugs, an artist that she knows did this for Jen's group on Facebook, and she asked if I would color it. So I'm not going to do it today, maybe Wednesday, or I might not even do it on camera. I don't know. But anyway, so look at this, Paula. Pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice. And so she asked if I would color this for the group. So I just printed it out on cardstock. I've got 2 copies. I printed out 2 copies. And so I will be doing this for Jen's group. But I thought it's so cute. I had to show it to you guys. I know, Paula. Oh, Paula, I might have to send you a copy. Or maybe, yeah. I can't send you the original after I do it. But you can maybe, I know. But it's on Jen's group if you want to print it out yourself. The artist gave this to Jen's group to print out and color. So I'm probably going to paint it, guys. I think I'm going to acrylic paint it and color pencil. So it'll probably be paint and pencil when I do it. But I had to share it with y'all because it's just so stinking cute. So I wanted to share that. And then Zelie sent 2 books. Let me take out the little gift things. Came in there. So as y'all know, Zelie sent a couple weeks ago, she sent me, and I didn't know this was out yet already. I have volume 1. This is volume 2 of Ruby Charm Colors Art Coloring Art Journal. This is volume 2. And it's written and illustrated by Susan Carlson. And you can follow her on IG. And good to see you, Lady Jan. So this is volume 2, which I did not know was out already. So now I have both volumes. And I think what I want to do with these, we did do a giveaway. Someone won one last week. It's already been sent out. They'll probably get it. Today's Monday. Probably get it today. If they haven't already. I don't remember. But anyway, so volume 2, what I think I want to do with these is take the book apart and punch holes in it and put it in a binder. Y'all know I love me some binders. I love my 3-ring binders. But I'm thinking I might want to put these in binders. So if I use it kind of like color notes or whatever you want to use it for. It's made to be a journal and here's color charts in the back. Let me just kind of do a little flip here. We'll do more in-depth through it later. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these apart and 3-ring binder. A lot of people do that with their color books. They'll spiral bind them. Highlight and Laughter. They'll take them to Staples or to I don't know. Is there even Kinko's anymore? I don't know. They'll take a Staples, Office Max, or wherever and have them spiral bound with plastic spirals. Or if you're like Jean, Music Scribe Jean got her a new cinch machine, so she could spiral bind something like this herself. But I'm just going to 3-ring bind it because then I have a screw punch that I can just punch, screw punch 3 holes. and put it with some book rings or in a binder, in a 3-ring binder, which is my plan. Yeah. I know, Jean, you love your things. Jean's been making some journals and stuff for Christmas gifts and all kinds of things. So, but they have circles so that you can put your color choices. And again, this book to me would be an awesome book if we talk about design-seeds.com, design-seeds.com for color combinations. They come out with there's probably thousands of color combinations. And this would be a great place for you to go to design-seeds, get some color combinations, put them in the little circles, and practice those color combinations in this book. And that's kind of what I have in mind for it, is design seed color combinations done in this book. Yeah, thank you, Terry, for putting in the link. And sorry, guys, I'm not really zoomed in yet, but I'll kind of hold it up here. So it's got lines, it's got color squares and circles, so that you can really practice your color combinations. Here's a color wheel done in a mandala type style. Hang on, I got to click my chat window there. Color charts so that you can do that. Oh, thanks, honey. Hubster just brought me some hot coffee. Thank you. You can take that one. Thank you. Have you already gone for another walk? Yep. Oh, you're on the ball this morning. Thank you. Okay. Don't lift any heavy weights. I don't want to hear a clunk clunk and have to rescue you. Okay, Lynn. Good to see you. And I hope you're feeling okay. So color charts, all just different, there's like 9, 10 charts there. And so any of these actually could be used as a color chart. Get your design-seeds 6 combo colors that they give you. I think it's 6. Is it 6 or 7? I think it's 6. Could be 7. Anyway, and they give you 6 or 7 colors, swatches, and a photograph. And from that photograph is where they pulled those colors. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. You can use any of these drawings as your color chart. I got my juice here too, guys, so my voice stays. Mom, it was funny. Mom's watching. Mom, when I talked to her on the phone last week, she goes, "Wow, you did that marathon show. I bet you went through a lot of juice on that show." Because so much talking, and it was 8 or 9 hours. I said, "Yes, Mom, I did." So anyway, and then here's pictures from volume 1. In volume 1, it has pictures from volume 2. So again, Ruby Charm Colors, Art Journal, Adult Coloring, volume 2, written and illustrated by Susan Carlson. You can follow her on IG. Yeah, and I think that will be a great way to collect color combinations, Colleen, in this book. It just lends itself to color combinations. So that's what, and I want to remember to do a sample. Hang on. Let me put a note on here to do a design seed sample for you guys. Do a design-seeds, and I'll put .com so you can see it, sample from this book. Or book 1. So that's what I want to do with both these books. I'm going to not spiral bind them. I'm going to 3-ring binder them and use them in my color combination demos, if you will. So that's a plan for that. Thank you so much, Zeely. Now, before we get started on Inktober, I got one more funny thing. Zeely also sent me this, and Hubster's already been looking at it and laughing. I haven't had time to read it. It just came on the porch yesterday morning. So I haven't had a chance to really look, just read a few of them. But look, it's a little cat book. Oh, you did, Eileen? Good morning, Eileen. Eileen says she pulled out her design seeds pages that we did. Yeah, we've done quite a few different design seeds ideas before in idea collecting, and yeah. So I know, right? So Zelie said this, sorry I barfed on your bed, and other heartwarming letters from Kitty. So by Jeremy Greenberg. Let's see if that has the ISBN here. I don't know if you can see it, but you can find it on Amazon. They both came from both these books came from Amazon. So anyway, Zelie, this was so stinking cute, and it has little letters from the cats. So I'll have a picture, and then it has a little information about the cat, the age. Like here, this one is named Hendrix, age 3.5 years. Stand back, my liege. The red, what does it say? The red dot attacks. So they just have little sayings about the cat, and then a story about each one. Dear two-legged mommy with no tail. So here's a dog licking the little cat here, but you the adult are the two-legged mommy with no tail. And then there's really cute and funny stories, and so I just got the adorable cat pictures and the stories. So I'll have to go through and pick out a couple of my favorite ones and read them to you. We'll read them. Dear provider of turn down service. and pick out a few. You got this for your hubster last birthday limo. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So like I said, I'll pick out a few of my favorite ones and read them to you, but I haven't had a chance to read the whole book yet. But anyway, it's so cute. I just love it, Zelia. So does Hubster. We both, look at, and I gotta show you this one. I tried to put Oliver on a harness because see, our cats do not go outside. They are strictly indoor cats. We have people that train police dogs in the neighborhood. If our cats got loose and got in their yard, I mean, there's just no way. There's no way we can let our cats outside. Plus, we're on a road that's like the cul-de-sac kind of curves around right next to our house. Anyway, I would not trust my cats to go outside. They like to sit in the window with the open window. They go in the garage with the garage door closed. But they're not outdoor cats at all because we don't want them to run off. So we tried to use a harness. This was about a few months ago. We could try again, and I still have the cat harnesses. They're not like this. They're almost like a little. They're kind of wide. They're wide harnesses. It's almost like they have on a vest. It's kind of like a cat vest kind of thing. And so I wanted to try to see so I could take him outside. Well, I tried it on Oliver, and oh my gosh, I put that thing on. He started, you know what a fiddler crab looks like on the beach when they walk sideways? You know how they go sideways? That's how he was walking. He was walking sideways. Like, what is this? I can't get it. So he was like walking sideways. It was so funny. There was no doing it. Just saying, but I haven't tried it again, so I might try to harness him again just to see, because I'd love to take him out for a walk, but I don't want him to walk down the sidewalk looking like a fiddler crab. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to read this and I'll get back with you guys on that. Okay, so again, I have tons and tons and tons of pictures of my cats. So that's what I'm going to. Do you try again? Mine used to leave the harness on without the leash. Just leave the harness on, let him walk around. Yeah, that's probably wise, Janet. Yeah. Well, I don't know if I did try that, but again, I can try again because I'd love to take them out because they would love it outside. They love sitting in the window, and I have my little Chippy chipmunk we feed every morning on the front porch. And both of them go right to the front door. It's a glass screen, glass door. And they'll go right up to the window and wait for us. Or we give Chippy sunflower seeds and water, and he eats them every day. And they'll sit there and watch him eat on the front porch. So they're like literally maybe 2 feet away from Chippy the chipmunk. And they'll sit there so still that Chippy will come up and eat his sunflower seeds fill his little pouch, drink some water, and run back to his little chipmunk hole every day. It's Storm Door. It's like their little nature video for them. And so I know they would love to go outside, but not, I just, they can't go out like on the loose. Okay, so let me quickly show you. Again, I want to work on this today. I just sketched out a little Inktober because I try to make a little front page, for every year. And so this year I'm going to do everything 7 by 7. I did a couple sketches here to practice. And I just maybe we'll do this today. So we'll see. Yeah, I will. I'll try to do it again, Jen. Let me do a test in my chat there just to make sure it's rolling because sometimes it's getting stuck. I just put Rosie on a leash with a brick tied to it so he could go out. Like, you mean just like a long leash and the brick's in the house and he's like going in and out of the door? Yeah, that would be a good idea too. I want to figure out something. Of course, it's getting to be cooler weather now, so we leave all the windows open so they can sit in a window. I have big windows that they can sit in with the screen, with the screen there. And so far, they haven't tried to push any screens out. So, hi, Norma. The brick was out in the grass. Oh, okay. Hi, Sharon. Anybody else popping in? Terry Rowe. Thanks, everybody. Ashley. I know I'm missing some people, guys. I'm not trying to miss you. Make sure if you talk to me, put it in caps. And again, if you said hi to me and I didn't acknowledge you, it's not because I just didn't see you. Hi, Tina. Okay, thanks, Ian. So I'm going to work on this today. Maybe do a little bit of sketching. This is just done with the Bic Biro, and that's what I want to do. I want them to look sketchy like this. And they're going to be all white cats. So the only sketching is going to be with the pen to make them look kind of like this. This one I added a little black ink and I painted the back. So I don't know. I don't like to plan it out too much because then I'll get bored. And I say bored in a loose sense. I don't really get bored like, oh my God, well, I don't have anything to do. I'll just get tired of the repetition. And I don't want to get tired of drawing my white cats for 31 days with calligraphy though. So I don't plan it out. I'll pick a picture, which I've got hundreds of pictures. I've got hundreds of pictures of my cats. So I'll just pick some, sketch them out, do a black background, maybe some calligraphy. I don't know yet, but I just know I want them to be 7 by 7. So the last 3 years, let me show you. I'm not going to talk too much about them, but it is Inktober intro day. So today's first day of October, first day of Inktober. One downside to letting them outside, you will need to treat the cats with flea stuff. Yeah. See, and that's another thing. If it's going to be in the cooler weather, it won't be an issue. But yeah, in summer and stuff like that, and spring, Colleen, yeah. Because see that we don't have any issues with fleas or anything when they're indoor cats. And I hate putting that medicine on them, because they lick it off. How healthy can that be? They're licking on each other, right? Okay, so anyway, this was my intro page for 2015. This was the first year I did it. I've done it for 3 years in a row, completed it every year for 3 years, and hopefully I'll complete it this year. So I do not do a video a day with them. I try to do a video a week showing the Inktober, and then I post the picture on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter every day. I will make a new folder. I don't know. I think I just have a general Inktober folder on Facebook. It might even be called Inktober 2015. I don't know. I might just throw them all in the same folder on Facebook. And again, you don't have to follow me on Facebook or me follow you to to see my Facebook albums because they're all public. I will say this, so on Facebook, I've got a lot of people have been requesting me to follow them. Some I don't know, and I don't follow people I don't know on Facebook because they can already see my artwork. And if you don't know me and I don't know you, I've never seen you here, then I'm not going to follow you because I don't know you. The other thing is I've had a few people follow me and I've already been following them. And I think, I don't know if you're hacked. Like mom, she had to redo her, change her password and all that. So if you are following me, if you're trying to follow me on Facebook, the Messenger could be the same thing. I'm so leery of following new people anymore because then the next thing I see, that wasn't me. My account was hacked. Don't follow me. So, and I'm just less and less on Facebook anyway. I post my album of all my art albums there so anybody can see my art there, but I also put it on Instagram and I put it on Twitter. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. I don't know about that either, though. Great. How healthy is that internal, the pills or whatever? I don't know. I'm not worried about it right now because they're not going outside right now. Okay, so this was my Inktober 2015, and the theme was anything sea, undersea, anything to do with the sea. I have some waves in here and some different things. So anything to do with the sea was my Inktober 2015 theme. I don't do the Jake Parker's list. He puts out a list every year of a theme. So if you want to follow, you don't know what to do, and you want to do something different every day, he has it, and you can find it on Instagram. You can find the Inktober list, the official list. And don't forget, if you are doing Inktober, to make sure you hashtag it wherever you post it. Hashtag it. I always do it twice. I do it Inktober and Inktober 2000, whatever the year. So, chewable flea meds. Well, it's not even so much I know how to give a cat a pill. My dad worked with animals growing up. We know how to give a cat a pill. That's not the issue. The issue is how healthy, how safe is it? How healthy is it? I just can't see that being healthy. I don't know. Okay, so Inktober 2015 was everything to do with the sea. And I also, on the pages, I number them. So like this is Inktober 1, 2015, and I sign and date them. So these were all ones that I did for 2015. Again, I'm just going to kind of quickly go through them. Y'all have seen them before. Hopefully they're still in order by date, but if not, well, So it was everything that was, here's some kelp. Some go horizontal, some go vertical. Of course, if you do anything sea, you got to have SpongeBob and Patrick. Hi, Susan. Yeah, I know, right, Colleen? Right. So there's SpongeBob and Patrick, lobster, jellyfish. And remember, you got to do one a day. So I can't say I keep them real simple, but I keep them doable. Hi, Katrina. Because I do other things too. I do other art. I do art coloring. I do a lot of other art. So I can't just do Inktober for a month and not do anything else. So I kind of keep them fairly small and fairly simple, right? Pufferfish, a wreck ship, lanternfish, there's a wave, a dock, a lot. Oops, I missed one there. Some coral, a lighthouse, a seahorse, a school of fish. And trust me, by the end of the month, you're running out of, okay, what kind of fish can I do now? You start running out of, you could draw, so many fish look the same. I don't want to just draw a trout, a catfish. I wanted to draw, fish that were different. There's the dragonfish, a cuttlefish. So I tried to do, different types. a ship's wheel with moss, and the I think this is the lanternfish. So and that fell on Halloween. So I try to do a little extra creepy because that one fell on Halloween. So that was 2015. Just color them in white ink. Yeah. It's not the same, Ian. Now I gotta say these are probably my favorite. I did enjoy doing the kanji last year, but overall this one, these are my favorite. So these were 5x7, I think. These are 8.5x11, and the kanji were, I think, 11 by 12, I think. Well, here's my rulers right here. 13. So they were 12 by, these were 12 by 13. I think the paper was 12 by 14. I cut it down. So that was last year. So they got a little bigger every year. Now we're going down to 7x7 this year. Okay, so these were Inktober 2016. And these, I started out with anything amphibian and Celtic knots. So that was my combination. This year it's cats and calligraphy. This year, but 2016 I did amphibians, reptiles, and Celtic knots. But you're going to see again, I ran out of them. And again, I could have drawn 3 different kinds of frogs. I didn't want to do that. So you'll see as it goes on, we move out of amphibians and get into other like creepy things. But it started out here as Celtic knots and amphibians. Oh, thanks, Norma. And there's a turtle. Oh, and the other thing that I did on all of them was an ink splash had to be incorporated on all of them. Now there's splatters, but I'm talking about an ink splot. An ink splot had to be incorporated somehow in every one. That was my challenge to myself. Yeah, you can just, I don't do a whole lot of, like when I sketch it out in pencil, I don't do every line. I'll probably do 2 big circles and the shape of his head, or, a little bit of something. But I don't, I probably did a little bit more drawing on the Celtic knots in pencil. But I don't have to have every line, like all these little hashtags, hash marks, and stuff like that. I don't have to have all that in pencil. But yeah, use a pencil. Yeah, I'm just using, these are all on just paper. But this year I'm going to use cardstock. Yeah. Okay, so again, when I probably just sketched them out a little lightly with pencil, but all the little details, I just went in with a pen. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, then pencil it out. It's how you're not cheating if you pencil. Pencil. Use a pencil and eraser. Get it down there like you want, and then ink it. Yeah, it depends on how much, again, my Celtic knots, those were more detail penciled in. I couldn't just probably, maybe, but it would be a little tricky every day to try to do a Celtic knot with no sketch. Okay, here's another different frog. This is a toad, and you can see the anamorphic Celtic creature there and a splash. I tried to make them have a purpose, like see his toe. And the other thing on this year is they all were in a framed, a rounded frame, and I wanted something to pop out from the frame. Okay, I wanted something to come out from the frame and also have the big drip. Genesis was your first Halloween with you. Are you? Oh, thank you, Dragonfly. Here is it was either a Komodo or a lizard eye. And again, see how they look like trees, but they could be drips. And again, I wanted to incorporate the splat in every page. Okay, this one is a cobra. And again, I would have penciled this in pretty carefully, and that shape, but all the little scales, I would have just inked those. There's the splat, it could be the poison from his tongue. This is one of those lizards that has the curly tongue, and it reminded me of a party favor. Whew, whew. I always do that. And so the splats is like his little party hat, and the branch goes in, they go outside of the frame. Snails creeping along, and then the splats are on his little antenna, and the Celtic knot idea is in the shell. Playing carpet. Aw, thanks, Tina. And this is and somebody put it in. I never can say this right. I'll put it in phonetics for me. And I wrote it down too. Well, let me see if I can find it. I have a note of how to pronounce it, because I always mispronounce this. So I have it written down, but I don't know where my note is on how to pronounce it. Is that it? Where is my note on how to pronounce this little creature? Axel? No, that's not it, Faithful. That's not how to say it in phonetics. I can't find it. Anyway, y'all know what it is. Oh, good, Whippy. Good to have you back, Whip. Did you do it last year, or did you skip a year, Whippy? Axolotl. Thank you, Julie Topaz. Axolotl. Oh, let me write it down again. And it's spelled AX, but it's pronounced Axolotl. Yeah, this is what it's phonetically. You have done it for 3 years. I didn't remember if you did it last year or not. Yeah, this will be my 4th year too. You skipped some days last year? Okay. Well, good to have you back, Whippy, doing it. Okay. So anyway, and again, the little splots. So then, as you can see, we moved on to bats. So I really love this bat. I did make a copy of it for Anne, Mama Fruit Bat. It's just, Mama Fruit Bat had to have a bat. So anyway, and then again, the Celtic knot. And this is one of those lizards that their frill puffs, their neck thing, that it frills out, But I did not like the way he looked, because I wanted him to look like kind of like he's coming at you like this, right? Kind of like this kind of perspective. But it just made it look like his body is sitting on his head. So this one to me was a fail. But hey, I did it anyway. Here's a crocodile. Again, just that's the only bay I've ever liked. Axel for short. Axe for short. Yeah, there you go, Faith. Komodo dragon. And again, I tried to incorporate like his scales and all that into a Celtic knot little band there. And then this one, and I do a few of these. I say this every time. I do a few of these in my mixed media collage, where it's a reversible. It's like I call it a reflection of the artist, and so it's the same going either way. So either way, it's the same picture, and I even signed it on both sides. So it's like a reflective type piece. And hey, G. So I really like that one. Oh, I don't know why every morning some sales calls, exact same number. And it doesn't do any good to say quit calling me, because I do it anyway. I don't have to get into the blocks. Oh, thanks, great. Then the horned toad. We grew up with these in Texas. I haven't seen one in years. I don't know if people out in Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, if they still see these all the time. I haven't seen CB, or I'd ask CB if she sees these out in San Antonio. Mom, do you see these out in Texas anymore? If Mom's still watching, Mom will text me and say if she still sees these horned toads out there in Texas. Another tortoise. So we went to an owl. Blocking doesn't help either. Okay, Suze. So did a horned owl with the Celtic knot. This is one of those lizards that run in the desert. They literally run like this. And then this one is a dino skeleton cracking out of an egg with the cracked earth up there. I'd love to make this one into a poster. Well, not necessarily, not like a full wall size poster, but like a 17 by or something like that. I'd love to make this one into a poster. I really like this one. I like the idea, I like the theme. I like everything about it. So yeah, there's that one. Then here's a Luna moth. Then the cat and the rat. And the cat caught something there. And they got little spider webs in the corners. Little spider hanging there. More little spider webs going on. And then the jack-o'-lanterns. Then I started getting toward more Halloween. And I do have a couple projects for Halloween. I'm going to do another pumpkin this year. An altered pumpkin. I'm going to do an abandoned you grew up in San Antonio, Norma? Used to bring home horned toads in their pockets all the time. Yeah, I just don't know if they're around anymore. I never see them or hear anybody talking about them. So I'm going to do another pumpkin this year. That will be, I'm going to do an abandoned place pumpkin. And then I also want to do some masks again this year, and I'll probably do a mask giveaway. As soon as I finish showing this, I'll show the mask if I remember. We get off on our rabbit trails and then I forget to go back and but I've done some collage masks. Well, let me show them to you real quick. So I want to do something similar to these. These are half masks. Like these ones right here, a half mask. So I want to do some, and I did these in 2015. And I want to do a giveaway for Halloween giveaway this year. They're still in the desert states, Rebecca said. You have them in southern Utah, Jamie? Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to do an abandoned pumpkin. And then I want to do some masks like this. Like, see a lot of the little people down there? And then this one's like a full face. Let me move this on. So I want to, and then I varnish them and everything too. These are just plastic. They're plastic masks. They're white plastic masks you get at Hobby Lobby. And I paint the inside. They're getting a little scuffed up. But paint oh my gosh, I thought I turned that off. And then I collage on them and varnish them. And yeah, these would be easy to put in a bubble wrap, something easy to mail. So I'm thinking something like that for Halloween. Okay, so let's get back to our Inktober flip. So these were pumpkins, and this is what made me go up on the rabbit trail, the pumpkins. Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, Ian. And so then I did little ink jars in the ink wells in the eyes, and then I did pens and brushes coming out of there for their stems, and then a splat of ink for the splat. A castle. You can call that bat guano if you want. Here's my Poe, the raven. So again, it's a dragon breathing. Instead of fire breathing, he breathes ink. An ink breathing dragon for Inktober. You got to have an ink breathing dragon, right? A couple of gargoyles discussing weighty matters. And I always ask people what they think this is, and some people know. Julie Topaz guessed it first off some time ago. You should do dragons next for Inktober. Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if I'd want to do dragons. For me, are very detailed. And even though this one was just this head, That's probably, if I was doing nothing else, Galena, but drawing a dragon a day, then I would do it. But I can't just do Inktober every day. I have other things to do too. So that's a lot of time. I can't spend 5, 6 hours a day on Inktober. The most I try to spend is an hour. All my Inktober's are no more than an hour. That doesn't include photographing, uploading, put them on all social media and all that. That can be another hour. I don't want to spend more than that for Inktober. I just can't, you know? Yeah. Well, anyway, a lot of people guess it's a volcano, but it's the Wicked Witch melting. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so is a fire. Ian says an ink breathing dragon would be very messy. Well, so is a fire breathing dragon. Ian, scorched earth. Hello. Anyway, so this is that's the Wicked Witch melting. And then here's my Skelly Crow. This is one of my favorites out of the bunch too. I really like the Skelly Crow. And then the cemetery and the spider web. And finally, yeah. You got to have the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. So this was 2016. And then real quick for last year, 2017, I did kanji symbols. And these are big. Now, my requirement to myself, doing these was when I drew whatever the kanji symbol was, it had to be very simplistic and as few lines as I could possibly make it. That was my personal goal, was the simplicity of the kanji with the simplicity of the image. So I tried to do it. Are they sticky? No, not at all, Ian. They're not sticky at all. None of them. Yeah, no. And I don't remember which year I used which ink. I think one year I used my PH Martin. It could have been the matte or the carbon. And I think one year I just used my Sumi inks. I don't even remember, but none of them stick. Yeah, none of them stick. So this is the kanji for horse. And again, I tried to keep it very simple. Foot. And I tried to somehow incorporate the symbol with the image. Bear. Fish. Of course, a koi. You got to do a koi fish. Fox. Feather. And I had a couple of sets. See, theirs was a practice one. I did this one on camera. And I started with that one, and I wasn't liking the way it went, so I redid it again. So there's the feather. Tree. And I tried to make the kanji look like the roots. Red, yellow, and blue. Mountain. Plants. Rain. Insect. Yeah, I know they can be in. I know some inks can be sticky. I'm trying to think of, I don't know of any that are lately have been sticky, but I can remember, in years past, some of them are. I mean, I've got tons and tons of inks. I'll show you some of my ink collection. Well, they're everywhere. Bamboo. Wave, shell, the little pearl, fire, pig. But you see how simple? There's just not a lot of detail. And I'm probably going to try to do my cats in calligraphy. I'm going to probably try to do it kind of simple as well. Snake. direction, music. No, this one's book. This one's book because I always get that wrong because I have music's coming up in there. Yeah, this one's book. Tree, pine. This is pine tree. Music. It kind of looked like a music stand. Grass. Star. Time. Poison. Moon. Lamp. Water. And idea. Of course, you got to do our Society of Idea Collector logo. Oh. And the last one is, I think it's either cloud or wind. Clouds or wind. So that was last year. I thought I had a clip for this. Did I not have a clip for this one? Let me get a clip for it. So it may be that the link is too long. Oh, someone tried to put in a link. One of the mods tried to put in a link. It was too long. Could be. You can go to tiny URL and make small links if you need to, which is always a good idea, especially if you're not for here, because it usually just does ... and you can go to it. But if you're trying to post a link on a site or something, go to tiny URL and turn it into a, especially if it's like an Amazon link. Now here again, our girls can put in the link and it doesn't show like this much. It just shows, and it's still a linkable link. But if you want to ever post a link like on a comment to somebody or on social media or something, go get the link reduced down because sometimes they can be 5 lines long, right? Hey, Angel. Jackie. Hey, Aunt B. Is it Aunt B? Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck. Hi, Aunt Beck. So that was my last 3 years of Inktober. And again, so this year I want to do my cats. I'm going to probably use this picture. Did I bring that one over to? Let me see if I have it on my iPad or not. Might just be on my phone. I think I was just using it off my phone. Because you can't believe how many pictures I have of these cats. So let's see. I think they're just on my phone at this point. So we'll just go with that. Oh, thank you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching again, because I know I've shown them many times. Okay, let's see. So the first picture that I used is and I did this for Cam yesterday. Oh, let me turn down the light. I did this one for Cam for his birthday. I put little party favors on the cats. That was his digi birthday card. Of course, I sent him a real birthday card too, but you got to do everything digi. But anyway, so where's the picture? Here, this is the one. This is the one I used. This one right here. So you can kind of see where it's going. This is the first one that I used. So, you can see some shadows and things in the white fur. And that's what I kind of just want to do. I just want to kind of do some scribble to show this is the way I'm heading right here. This is a bigger one. And again, I did use white ink, white Posca. I used white Posca on the black ink to make the white whiskers and stuff. I mean, if you want to get technical and try to paint around that with your ink, feel free. I'm not that, yeah. So you can see some of the detail that I did. And so I'm going to If I have time today, I'm going to redo this one on my 7x7 because this is the size I'm going for. But today, first thing I want to do is do a cover sheet, if you will. I want to do, let's see how close that is. I want to do some lettering, and I did this. I might do it twice. I might do it in brush lettering, and I also put a little border around it. But I think when I do my cats, I'm going to bleed to the edge. I'm going to go right off the edge with the black. I think I'm going to do them all like this. I'm going to do it off completely to the edge. But to have more black on my lettering here, I thought I would just do a black border and then see a little cat there. So I think I want to do one in brush lettering. Let me just get 2 sheets here. And I'll just keep my picture of my cat handy. And I think what I want to do, let's see if I want to stay in camera here. I think that's pretty good light-wise. I give myself a nice tan. Okay, there's a shadow right here from my calligraphy pens. Okay, there we go. It gives myself a nice tan, but the white of the paper is good. So I'm going to go with that. I'm rolling with the paper color. So I just kind of want, and I'll, ink this out, but I just want to kind of do a little bit of a frame like, and I'm not using a ruler because when I go to ink it, I don't even really want it perfect. I want it kind of, I don't want to say wonky. I don't want it too wonky, but I don't want it to be so perfect because what I'm going to end up doing here, I'll just go ahead and do with ink. I'm going to sketch everything. I'm going to make it sketchy and I got to get a Kleenex here, something, because the ink does bead up on your Bic pen or your biro, whatever you want to call it. So, you need to really kind of clean it off or it can clump. But that's a look in itself. Okay, where's that shadow coming from? Why do I have a shadow there? So we're just going to roll with it here and see what happens. So something like that. Ink snot. That's right. I forgot. Terry named it that. Ink snot. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to do 2 different ones. I'm going to do one in brush line, just to see which one I really want to like the best. Okay. So I'm going to do one in calligraphy and one in brush lettering. And you really do want to kind of, I have it sketched out here. This is for the brush lettering one. But, guys, don't, well, I can't tell you not to do something because, if you start trying to have it so perfect and, then you better just go ahead and pencil it into ad nauseum. Because if you want it so perfect in that, with no mistakes in it at all, then you better pencil first because you're not going to get it perfect just sketching with ink. But you see, this is the way I like to do it. I like doing it this way. Okay. Again, guys, if you want to talk to me, put it in caps. Okay, so what I want to do now, I'm going to pencil in the lettering so that I know it fits. So this one I'm doing brush lettering. This one I want to do in calligraphy. And again, if you want it to be like when I would do certificates and poems and verse and things like that with black letter, like this kind of, let me find a sample here to show you. You really have to have lines. It's not like brush lettering where it's free flowing. Like with our brush lettering, we have what we call the bounce. The letters are bouncy. They are not on a line. Find another here. See how they're not on a straight line? They're bounce. That's what that's what the brush lettering people call it, a bounce. So it's not like on a straight line. But if you're doing black letter, or let me find one of my favorites, then you're going to want a line to keep it straight. Okay. This one here, I like this font, if you want to call it that, this alphabet. I like this one, but I think I've done that one. Let's see. Let's try to go with the black letter. Let me find a good black letter. I haven't looked through this book in a while, so I don't remember where anything is. You have to be more exact, is what I'm trying to say. I could just look in the index, but I'm flipping now. So. Here we go. Yeah, they don't sit on a flat baseline. Yeah, exactly, Ian. Okay, so I think I want to do some black letter. I don't know that I'll do all the extra detail, but we'll see. But I just want to put Inktober. And I really don't care for that I. I'd rather have a lowercase I, just because it just looks more like the word Inktober to me with the lowercase I. All right, so let's see. So I have to have room. I want it about the same size as this. So I'll do a couple different sizes. So if I have my cat head right in here. No, I think I want it up just a little bit more. I might have the eye come right up into the cat. So do I want it about that size? Because this one's going to be with the calligraphy pen. And then I might have the 2018 a little smaller. So I'm just doing a little bit of line just for my own benefit here. They don't, yeah, exactly. And okay, so I think I'm going to go with ink. Maybe, well, I don't want to, well, maybe that might be a cute thing. If I have the cat's neck, I could have the eye, the dot of the eye, as the little collar, the little, what do you call it? Tag, have it as a little tag there. And again, if you pencil and you ink over it, I like to wait some hours before erasing the pencil, because if you don't, I'm going to try to do it as light as I can because I'm going to want to post it like after the show. But you can so easily smear your ink if you're using liquid ink. Now pens, if you're going to use a brush lettering pen, like I'm going to probably use a brush pen for this, but if and which will dry faster. But if you're using ink and a calligraphy nib, that ink can take some time to dry. So be careful if you pencil anything in. I think I'll do a low uppercase B and E. Something like this. Okay. With my little cat. And then this one I'll try brush it. If I mess it up, hey, I got lots of paper here. I'll just start over. So we're just going to wing it, people. We're going to wing it. All right. But I do recommend, if you've never done any of this before, practice on a sheet of paper. If you're going to, unless you just want to waste a bunch of cardstock, Okay, so I think I will... Which one do I want to do first? I guess I'll do the calligraphy one first. So I'm going to just get some ink. I'm just using this Sumi ink here. Just going to put a little bit out. Oh, I should probably put some parchment on this because this does not clean up. this mat does not clean up. You can't, if something's, it just stains. So I should probably get, here, I got a piece on the floor here. And again, this is the other thing I'm working on this week. I've got all these art discs I'm working on. So that's the other thing I'll be working on with Inktober and anything else I got going on. Okay, Pacola, get your tea. All right. Yeah. I'm really zoomed in, so I'm trying to move my phone. I want ink on the phone. I want ink on this one. Okay. Now I got to decide on the size of my nibs. So probably I'll do a little test. I have no room to put anything. All right. Gonna practice here. Okay, there we go. I saw the dish you sent to Mary. It was awesome. Oh, thank you, Aunt Beck. Thank you. Yeah, Mary seemed happy with it. Yeah, I'm sending out the artist. Anybody that does a super chat or a PayPal tip jar. So it's a little like thank you for supporting the channel. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Is the Zoom good? Okay. So I'm going to do a little width test here. Okay, so okay, that will probably be good for the ink, the word ink, and then the tober. Because see, this is about the size, the width. That'll be a good for the big. The word ink is going to be a little bigger than the tober. So now let me try this one for the tober. And again, guys, don't if you're using something like this, don't just dip your pen down in that. You need to, that's why there's a dropper on it. And if there's not a dropper, get you a little pipette and squeeze it out on something. In this case, it has this, you know, you can pour it out from here. But if it doesn't have the dropper, get you one of those little squeeze bottle pipette things and squeeze your ink out on something. This is just a little soapstone tray. These are made with to grind your own ink, you know, the ink sticks. This is made to grind your own ink. I don't do that, but I like the soapstone little trays. Okay, so let's just see here. Okay, get that cleaned up there. Yeah, I think that might be a good, I don't know, I might be able to get, I don't want it to get too tight. Although it could be okay. Let me do the ink first. Let me do the ink word. Okay, so. And again, I haven't practiced in a while. So, and you should really technically do a full letter without going back over it like I just had to do. Okay, so I'm thinking we'll see what happens here with the if that dot, the ink dot, I'll have to make it fit on the cat's collar. All right, we'll go with this. See, I didn't quite make it there all the way to the edge. Aunt Beck and all their geez, artists. Oh, there's Mary. Hi, Mary. And I don't know if I'm liking the shape of that letter, but we're rolling with it. Now, if I do Tober with this pen, it's going to scrunch those letters up. So I'm going to go ahead and do it, but I may not like it, but I'm going to go with it anyway. So let's just see. All right. Mary is stitching on her pincushion skunk while listening. Okay, Mary. And I'm kind of looking at it at an angle here, which I normally wouldn't do. But if for me to look straight on with it, I'd have to stick my head up under there. So I'm trying not to do that. We'll see what we can do here. So it's a little crooked, but it's not too bad. And I'm going to do an uppercase B because I want it to fit here. See, it's a little lower down than this one, but that's okay. We're rolling with it, people. We're rolling with it. I'm going to do a round E here. I don't know which one do I want to do. There's multiple ones you can do here. Don't love it, but this I might have should have done a capital E that's squared off, but we're going to go with it. So yeah, it's a little wonky, but it's all right. It'll do. All right. Now my lettering, I kind of make up my own lettering, so. Depending on okay, it'll do. I mean, it's okay for a little demo. This would not be acceptable to me to give to somebody, but you know, we're going to roll with this. All right, let me clean my two little pen nibs here for a minute. Now I want to do a couple things. And I will be hitting this with a heat gun. I want to get a brush. Let's get a light brush here. Thank you, Faithful. I'm going to put a little cat on it, and maybe I don't know what. All right, so now what I want to do, and it's going to get on here, so I'm going to have to be careful not to like lap it into the ink here. I want to leave a little bit of a sketchy border where I drew the line. And then I'm going to draw a little cat in there. This is just my little cover page, you know. Try not to touch it. You might go ahead and do the border on the other one too, just so I can hit it both with the heat gun at the same time. So see how it's kind of sketchy around the edge? All right, so let's go ahead and do the border of this one. Kind of, this doesn't dry here on the parchment. See, that's still wet. So I'm kind of holding it up in the air. This one I'm going to do brush lettering. So before we go on any further, and I can't watch chat, who else is doing Inktober? Let's take a poll. Not a poll, but a count. Who's doing Inktober? I guess if I can say, yes, you get Inktober. It's anything just with ink. It doesn't have to be calligraphy. I'm doing it this year because I wanted to do cats and calligraphy. I want to do little cat quotes and, little cat sketches of my cats because I have so many pictures of them. So Inktober is anything with ink. You can do whatever the heck you want. Okay. So let me write this down. Hang on, guys. I'm going to write y'all down. Hang on. Okay. So we have Rebecca. Okay, I'm going to miss some of y'all, so you'll have to tell me again. Whippy, Galena, I think Janet is. Pretty sure Janet is. She's not answering right now. Sharon M. May Brox is doing it for the first time. Hang on. Oh, that's right. You're doing the seed packets, Whippy. That is awesome. Picola, because you have so many FW inks. Okay, Molly C. Are you going to do it though, Jeannie? Jeannie, I'm an Inktober virgin. Jeannie M. Let's write that down. I'm trying to get everybody down because I'm going to do something for anybody that completes it. Yeah, Janet, I figured. Okay, Diana Warner. Julie Topaz, are you doing it? Not the full Inktober, just some days. Okay, so I'm going to put down Ian, half. So if I send you anything, Ian, I'll just tear it in half. That's all right, Limo. I understand. It does take time. Norma. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Dragonfly is doing mythical creatures. You're ambitious. Dragonfly 8. Faithfulness. Yeah, I'm writing and looking down, so I'm sure I'm missing some of y'all. Mary LTA. Mary is. I'm looking. G Brody. Ashley. Okay, I'm not doing Inktober. That's all right, Wendy. No pressure. I'm just curious as to who. Not sure yet. May just work on hitting my 2-year mark of posting at the end of the month. Yeah, Julie Topaz has been doing art every day for 700. How many? What are you up to now, Julie? And how many months or how many years? 2 years now? Okay, Jennifer, Jamie Fran, or I might be Jamie Fran. She's doing flowers. Aunt Beck. Okay, Aunt Beck. Thank you, Mary. I know I'm missing somebody. I'm going to read them again. And then if I miss somebody, tell me. Okay, Zandra. Today is your 700th. Okay, everybody. Give some love to Julie Topaz. This is 700 days in a row of her arting and not missing a day. 700 art. And it's just different things. She does art journaling. She does different things. But 700 art posts. It's Jamie. Okay, thank you, Jamie. Try doing art each day for 40 years. Yeah. We love you, Ian. You're just awesome. Oh my gosh. I know. It's just so awesome, Julie. Faithful even gave you a little emote there. Hi, Lisa. Good to see you. Would like to try, but intimidate. Well, Stacy, just try. Just try. Riri is doing stick figures. Hey, whatever you do, you're doing something. Can I write you down, Riri? Are you going to try to do it every day for 31 days? Okay, Milla. She says she just posted. Do I follow you, Milla? Because that shouldn't be too hard to find that name. Is your name the same on IG? Let me go over there and look for you, Milla. Okay, I'm going to read y'all who I have written down so far, but let me go over here and see if I can find Milla. Oops. Instagram search Milla. I'm going to see if it's different. Tell me if your name. Oh, is it Hamilla? Are you Hamilla? Milla? I think that's, yeah, there you are. So it's, let me show the work, guys. This is the first persons I've seen this year. I hope you hashtagged it. You did. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. So Hamilla, let's just call her Hamilla. She's in Finland. Okay, look at this, guys. There's her IG if you want to follow her. Look at this. Are you going to do all bugs? Look at that, guys. That is awesome. We got to post at least somewhere so we can find you. Hashtag it on Instagram or Twitter. I posted it. I posted on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, Faithful Mass. As long as you hashtag it, you know. I think you have missed me. Okay, great. Okay, GR Harold. I just call her Great. Could be a him. Great. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. She's in Finland. I know. Okay, so y'all follow her, and she did put Inktober 2018. So are you going to do all bugs, Hamilla? Are you going to do all bugs? Designed by Jeannie is going to give Inktober a whirl. Okay, let me write. I'm going to read who I have written down. So if I missed you, and I'm going to ask this every time I talk about Inktober, I'll read my list and see if there's anybody else I missed. Okay, I put down Ian 1/2. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would just. I don't know how to really. You could probably put fibs, Inktober, fibs, friends in the box. For those that don't know what our fibs an acronym is, friends in the box. I guess you could put hashtag. Let me write it down here. Hang on. Let's do this. Where's my Sharpie? I'm running out of room here. You could probably do something like hashtag Inktober fibs. It's running off the side. I tried to make it big to show up. I would just do it simple. I would just do Inktober fibs. Do your regular hashtag as Inktober 2018. And if you're one of us, you could do Inktober fibs. Just keep it simple, guys. I like to capitalize the second word just so because it's easy to read. Something like that, you know? Yeah, don't do all that, Faith. Just do Inktober. Because they're not all here. A lot of them you're going to have from Janet's show, other people's shows. It's not just here. So, yeah. Yes, Inktober 2018. Okay, is it official? Ian said. Okay, so do Inktober 2018, and then if you want it for all of us to do Inktober fibs. Yeah. Okay, so this is who I have so far, and I'm sure I've missed some people. All right. So we got designed by Jeannie. Great. GR8. Great. Zandra. Riri. Milla Hamilla. Mary. G. Brody. Jamie F. Jamie Fram. Aunt Beck. Diana Warner. Ian 1/2. Dragonfly 8, Faithful Mess, May Brox, Pacola, Molly C, Jeannie M. Is that a different Jeannie? Yeah, Jeannie M. Rebecca Cox, Whippy Carroll, Galena, Janet, and Sharon M. If I did not call your name, please let me know. And yeah. If you do Inktober for the 31 days, then let me know. Molly, I'm not sure what that is. Molly, what is that? Make that a 1/4. Okay. All right. So I'm going to knock Ian back to a quarter. 1/4. We'll do something. Thank you, Riri. We'll do something for you at the end of the month, but you got to do it every day. You know what? I am late. I am doing it. Okay, AJ. Let me write that down. Hang on. I'm trying to get everybody's name down. AJ. Tiffany. All right, Tiffany. Okay. Scoobs. Oh, good, Scoobs. Scooby girl. I call her Scoobs. It's okay if I do 2 in one day. If I miss a day, we won't tell. Great. If you have to do 2 in one day because you miss a day, that's fine. We won't know. You need to post. You should post every day. Designed by Jeannie. I'm going to tell. Dorothy Velez. Okay, Dorothy Velez. Okay, yeah, give it a try, guys. Hey, Beth, just give it a try. If you don't make it, it's okay. You're trying something new. You're trying. Kimberly's given in. Peer pressure. Kimberly 557, because we have a few Kimberlys. I want to make sure I get the right one. Kimberly 557. Tina, are you the Tina that sent me the art card, Tina? Do I have the right last name? Tina? What? Sharon Marlowe, what? It will be in depth each picture. Okay, well, I showed it earlier, Tina. Thank you so much. I showed your art card earlier. Everybody loved it. Thank you so much. Marie Lavie. Marie. We'll try. Y'all try. Yeah, Mary's going, way to go, Kimberly. I can't really draw. It's just for fun. Well, that's the main thing, May. Yeah. You're trying. You're doing something. Pick some. I'm going to be sketching with the biro. Okay, with the Bic. And this is obviously not perfect here. Oh, I just got those stuck together. Speaking of getting stuck, yeah, Ian, they don't stick together unless they're still wet. Then they stick. Okay, so I didn't finish this. Okay. So let me finish this edge here. We did a rabbit trail, and I want to do the brush lettering. And then I'm just going to do a couple of little cat heads on here, on both of them. All right, so that's what I want. See, this, I did got a little splatter there, kind of messed up. I will be erasing the pencil lines, but you really want to wait till this ink that you dip with the brush is really dry before you try to erase those lines. I'm doing coloring every day and trying to draw simple things. All right, Dusty. Oh, Ashley. No, I don't think I had Ashley. Where's my pen? Ashley. What Ashley is it? What I missed Ashley. Is it AJ or Ashley? Okay, I'm looking. I'm doing which Ashley is it? Because like Kimberly, we have a lot of Kimberlys. There are a couple Ashleys, I think. Trying to get the ink off my hands here, guys. So how and where do you post anywhere on social media? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever you usually post. Hashtag Inktober 2018. And if you wanted to be part of our group to see you, then hashtag Inktober what do we say? Inktober Fibs. So hashtag both those things right there. Hashtag Inktober 2018, hashtag Inktober Fibs. Because a lot of us are in different groups, like Janet. Janet's, on her show, she's probably going to talk about Inktober as well. So if you want everybody that goes to Janet's show, which we all cross over, then it will count for hers too. You're streaming yours every day, Faithful? Oh my gosh. See, I'm not streaming mine every day. I will probably stream once a week on Inktober, maybe twice. I will post pictures every day, but I'm not videoing every single day. Okay, this is still wet here. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Let me clean this off here. Parchment paper doesn't dry, so it's not sinking into this. So there we go. Now, see, that's the back side. All right, let's come back over here while I'm still reading. Ashley McDowell. Okay, let me just write it down. Thank you, Pacola. And you don't have to tell me now if on Wednesday, if I ask who's doing Inktober and you haven't already told me, I'll read our list. And if you are doing it by Wednesday, then tell me. Did you add me? Dusty Ward? Nope, Dusty. Okay, so we'll do check-ins. And if you decide you don't want to do it, just say, like Ian. He's down, first he was at a half, then he's at a quarter. Wednesday, he might be down to an eighth. Friday, he may not be doing it. So if I don't write your name down today, it's okay. You're still in. Just keep posting, and I will get. I got everybody's name here. I'll make a better list than off of Post-it notes. But yeah, but I'll write everybody down on a sheet of paper. Okay. All right. So let's go back here and let's see. Let me clean this brush out here. And if you use your water, make sure you clean your water out every day too, because I got to always remember that because my water gets as black as the ink. You're still iffy, Julie Topaz? Okay. Ian will do the first and last day. Good one. Okay, so now let's see. Let's move that. Let's see here. So again, this is kind of this is where I'm heading, kind of like this, except I'm going to put some calligraphy on it. Like I could even just put, this is my sample one because this is bigger than I'm going to work. This is the size I'm going to do. I'm going to work in 7x7. I think this was 8x8. But for instance, let me get a brush pen here. Something to write with a brush pen. Let's see how big. That one's too fat. Let's get a little thinner. Let's try this one or this one. Let's see here. That's too tiny. That one's too big. This one's just right. Okay, let's try this. And it might be that little. See, I did the word brush lettering there. That's with the small pen. So if I have a quote, something longer, then I'll probably write it like this size. Or I might do a tinier nib than this and do it in calligraphy. I don't know. I'm just going to do calligraphy. I'm just calling it cats and calligraphy, which can include brush lettering. Okay, so like here, let's see how thick this one is. Okay, this might be. And again, this is just my practice one. But what I like on this one, this is like the first page that I'm going to do with. See, something like that. If I just put one word, then this is like, that's a good size for that. Okay. Or I'm just going to, this one's not, this is just penciled in. It's not even sketched in. But I could do, I need more ink. Hang on, this is getting dried out. Or not much left over there. I got to get some more ink in my little tray. Hang on, guys. I'm not picking anything up. Let me put a little more ink in my tray. I don't know. Anyway, something like this, I find the bad people on the internet and try and stop it all going all around the art community in the moment and don't have much time to draw. You're fighting the bad people? What bad people, Ian? You mean trolls? You're fighting trolls? You haven't figured out how to deal with trolls? You block them. I'm not sure what the issue is, Ian. You're fighting the bad people. Okay, so, it could go something like this. It could go something like this, which I really like. I like this brush lettering thin style with that just goes well with the scratchiness of the Bic, So I'm kind of rolling toward this for this particular picture, right? If I was going to do this more blocky, like I keep cleaning my brushes and I keep picking them back up. Where's my phone? Here it is. Let me get my picture here. The people that are hacking the Facebook pages. Okay. Are you having that issue, Ian? See, that's why I'm not following anybody on Facebook lately. I don't know if they're really the person that, because if I'm already following you and then all of a sudden I get a request to follow you, I don't know if it's you. You know what I mean, Vern? So I post art over there anymore. I'm kind of like over Facebook, just to be honest. I post on Twitter and Instagram. I do post my art over there. And again, if you don't have to follow me on Facebook, my art albums, just go to Dee Dee Willingham and my albums, all my art albums, of which there are many, are public. So anybody can see my artwork over on Facebook. So yeah, I don't know, Ian. I haven't been following a lot of stuff going on over there. Okay, so here's my picture that I went from. I kind of sketched out. And again, I never care if it's going to be exact. Like if I want a little curl in his ear or something, I'll put it. I don't, I'm just kind of going by whatever I feel like doing. I'm not, but I want this one to be a little bit more blocky because of the letters. So I'm going to kind of block it in more, make it a little more blocky. I got water in my brush, so the ink's not black. Whereas the other one is more see, I got it on my mat. It doesn't come off this mat. So this one's kind of more squared off, if you will. And I'll go in here with the biro or the Bic, whichever one you want to call it. And then he's got his little widow's peak right there. So if I just did that much on this one, very simple. I got a request from Barb. It wasn't really her. See? Exactly. I didn't get one from Barb because I maybe, were you already following Barb and you got a second request? So on my page, other people have been infected in the video chat now to confirm them. Yeah, see, I'm not following, right now, I'm not following anybody on Facebook. You can go see my stuff. I'm not, yeah. Now, Twitter and Instagram, so far I haven't had any hacky issues there, you know. I know some people have on Twitter at sometimes, you know, I don't even like to say the word because then it gets you tagged. But, you know, the naked girls, you don't, you know, I block all those. So, I mean, I literally have hundreds of blocks for that on Twitter. If you don't know, if you don't check your who's following you, and that should be true on all your social media. Every now and then, I know on Facebook you have to approve people, right? But people can follow you on Twitter and Instagram without your permission. They can follow you. Now, that doesn't mean they can see everything. If you have things, privacy settings, like Jean and some of the girls have privacy settings. I don't. I just block people, you know. But you need to go and see who follows you, because you could have all kinds of, saying it nicely, naked girl people following you, and you don't even know it. So you need to go check your who's following you on Periscope, Twitter, Instagram. See who follows you. Did you tell Barb? You have to let the real Barb. Yeah, make sure, Ian, that you tell Barb. I did not get another request from Barb, but yeah, so she needs to change her password. So what list am I using? I'm not using a list, Molly. I'm doing cats and calligraphy. But if you want, let me show, I'll read y'all the list from Jake. Mr. Jake Parker is what he goes by. Let me go to Inktober on Instagram. Hang on. Because that's just where I can find it quickly. Inktober, let me find the list. Here we go. Okay, so here's the list. This is the official list from Inktober. You can follow Inktober on Instagram or anywhere. You're not naked. Yeah, Janet says she's not the naked girl I'm talking about. I just don't like to say the word PORN, because when you say the words or type the words, that draws attention. Trust me. You don't want to draw attention. So I'm trying to say it in a nice way. But Janet says she's not the one I'm talking about. But the problem is that with that, Faithful, that nobody knows you. You know, if you don't get on any social media, which is everybody's own prerogative, then nobody knows you. Nobody finds you. No one sees your artwork. You know. Hi, Becky or Steve. What you have to do? Oh, there you go. Okay, then Barb, you need to go change your password on Facebook, because somebody's sending out requests in your behalf. No, you do not have to follow the list. That's what I'm getting ready to tell you, Great. This is the official list. You do not have to follow it. You do whatever you want. I've never followed the official list. And probably, I don't know what the percentage is, but a lot of people do not follow the list. But you can follow it or not. You may want to follow the list to a certain extent. And then on days that you don't want to do that, do whatever. No one's making you follow a list, but I'm going to read you the official list. This is so that if people, well, you can probably see it there. You do not have to follow the list. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to read it though. And I just considered, number 1 is poisonous. Number 2, tranquil. I'm not going to say the numbers. I'm just going to say the words. Poisonous, tranquil, roasted, spell, chicken, drooling, exhausted, star, precious, flowing, cruel, whale, guarded, clock, weak, angular, swollen, bottle, scorched, breakable, drain, expensive, muddy, chop, prickly, sketch. Oh, I'm sorry, stretch, thunder, gift, double, jolt, and slice. And again, maybe you can see them here. There's the first 10. Here's the second 10. And here's the last 11. Okay. Okay, Scoops, off to story time with the oh, you're so lucky, Scoops. Oh, did I tell you Cam just turned 19? Yeah. Boo is almost 16. Yeah, Lisa, you want to use that list? Oh, you want a list? Well, that one's on Instagram, and you can find it on Twitter too. You find it everywhere. Just just go look, Inktober 2018 official list. You'll find it, depending on what social media you're on. Okay, so this one I kind of want to blocky. Let me clean my brush again. I've got to get some clean water after this. So Janet, are you going to do Inktober today? Or talk about Inktober, or what are you going to do today, Janet? Oh, where's my phone? Okay, I went to find my picture of my cat. Okay, let me go back to my picture for my reference. And again, I've got so many hundreds of pictures of my cats that I can pick 31. Hey, Mr. Q, good to see you. Are you doing Inktober, Mr. Q? No, my neighbor's coming over. And oh, that's right. Fun, Janet. Janet's neighbor's coming over, and they're going to do magicals today in her neighbor's beast. Now, what the beast is Janet. I have one around here somewhere. Where's my old beast? Although I don't call mine a beast. But anyway, it's those gridded journals you get at Barnes & Noble. Janet calls hers the Beast. Well, her neighbor got a new journal that she's going to use next year, I'm assuming, called the Beast. And Janet's going to use magical paper to make her a beast. Now, I don't know if they're going to start with are you going to start with the gridded, or are you going to just make one from scratch, Janet? My sketch for Inktober is almost done. Okay. Let me see. Did Mr. Q answer? She is. You are going to do it. All right. Let me write your name down on the list. Mr. Q, who we know is Mr. Q. I won't show her picture again. I embarrass her every time. Let me find my here we go. I found one, Janet. I got 2 of them here. This is what Janet uses, as she calls the Beast. One of these gridded journals. This one, I think, yeah, they're both grids. These journals like this, and they come in black, red, and blue, I think. They're only like $10 at Barnes & Noble, and they're all grids. The paper's all gridded. Well, Janet uses these once a year. Do you use it for 2 years, Janet? Do you use, yeah, it's the Marquel Ruiz. Yeah, that's what these are. And she decorates the cover. Do you use yours for 2 years, Janet? Hey, Loretta. Let me see if I can get this back up here on the shelf. Hang on, guys. There we go. I think Janet uses it for 2 years. 2 years, but next year I'm changing. Does that mean, are you going to still use the same journal? But just starting a new one, Janet? Julie Tubb has a blue one and picked up at the thrift store. Awesome. All right, let me get back to this here, guys. I got to wrap this up here in the next 30 minutes or so. You haven't decided yet. Let's see. Photos. Nope. Okay, back to this is my cat picture. I'm using it loosely as a reference. I'm not worried about doing portraits here. See, like this one I did real square, right? Because I did kind of squared lettering. But again, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use, I've got so many pens here. What I want to do is I have to lighten it up. I darken it so that y'all can see, but then I can't see it. I got to make it lighter for myself. Okay, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is, and it may be in no particular order, I might start with the sketch like I did here. This one I started with the sketchy bit. See how he's all scratchy and sketchy? And this one's more rounded. And then the lettering, the brush lettering is very brushy and flowy. That has Art Nouveau feel about it. Yeah, it does kind of, doesn't it? But now I'm going to do sketchy bits, so it probably won't anymore, Ian. But so this is how I'm going to do my Inktober. It's going to be very just sketchy. And then again, he's got a few little hairs coming off his eyebrow like that. Well, where it goes off into the black, I am going to, where are you? I'll use a white Posca to carry it off like that. See? Same thing for his little whiskers. So I'm going to make these kind of blocky down here, whereas this one is more rounded and free foam, softer. I didn't know there were so many pins. Rebecca. But Rebecca, have you ever been to jetpins.com? Janet, should we tell her about jet pins? Okay, and then these whiskers, they might have them black like right there, but then where they go off into the, like that, see? Everyone's, I know they're all thinking in their heads, bless your heart, Rebecca. I know I'm being evil, right? Bless your heart, Rebecca. We're so bad. Okay, so anyway, I'm just kind of doing kind of sketchy. This is where his little, this is ear right here, but this is where his little tuft, he has a little, the top of his head has a widow's peak. This is how they're getting to be so much the same. They're starting to look so much the same. Malibu's gained weight in her old age of a year. And so they're hard to tell apart. So Oliver's tail's a little fluffier, and then he has a widow's peak, and she has bangs. So let me find a better picture here. Oh, trust me, I've got pictures galore. All those are cat pictures. Let me turn down the light again. Hang on. So let's see here. See how Malibu has bangs? It looks like hers goes straight across. And then his is a little widow's peak, kind of, well, a reverse widow's peak, technically speaking. So, yeah. Oh yeah, we'll show cat pictures for a moment. This is how they are all the time. My granddaughter was from care, so I know what it means. Okay. You know what bless your heart means, right, Rebecca? Oh my God. The only thing you can do. Okay. Ian's giving y'all some advice uh, on Facebook. This again, I showed this already, but this is the one I did for Cam for his birthday. I put little party hats and stuff on him. There's Malibu sleeping. What else? Oh, I've got tons. Trust me. Let's turn this one sideways, I think. Hi, Kenneth, and bye. I didn't even see you come in. Kenneth, are you going to be able to do Inktober this year, or are you too busy working? He might have already left, so I might have missed him. Here's little Malibu looking right at the camera. So you can see I have all kinds of pictures to work with. I hear him out in the hall. Come in. I'm showing cat pictures. Yeah, I haven't hardly had any coffee. Go ahead and take it. You're watching cat videos on Instagram last night. My hubby didn't understand. I know. I know. Bless their hearts. Right? And then then you got some of them, you got the look, I caught her right in the middle of like she has that look on her mouth, like, ooh, I smell your breath. Look at that look on her face. It's like, I smell your breath. Oh my gosh. And then I like to catch them sometimes just looking up at me. And sometimes they just like lay on their back. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Look, they're kissing. Look how cute that one is. Thanks, but I should let them in here. I can't let. I have to make sure my wet ink is picked up because, yeah, they are. They're adorbs. And then this is what happens when I let them on my art table. See, laying on the desk. I had a good one, a Cam holding one of them, but okay, y'all are gonna laugh this. Okay, my feet were cold. My feet were cold on the bed. Look. I think that was one of mine and one of Hubster's. I think we both put our feet up there. Let's see. Okay, but anyway, you get the idea. I have tons of pictures to pick from to pick from for Inktober. Okay, let me go back to my first picture here that I'm using. So this is the one I'm using right now. Now I got to turn the light up on it so I can see it because I have it dark so that y'all can see it. Okay. All right. So anyway, this one's very angular, you know. So, you can do your pictures stylized. You don't have to do a realistic anything. Just do something in ink. Just use a, I'm just using a big pen. Use a big pen, use an ink. If you're lettering now, of course I'm lettering, I'm going to be using my calligraphy pens and brush my brush pens, But then just take some time to look at your picture or whatever you're doing, and then just kind of, follow the lines. You can almost do like a contour line drawing, and just do some sketching, and just have fun with it. That's what I'm planning on doing. Having some fun with it, people. These are my sample ones. These are my larger ones that I'm playing with. But the actual piece is going to be this size. This is like 8. I think this is 8 by 8, and I'm going to do them this size, 7 by 7. So I've knocked them down to, let's see here. Oh no, it's 8. All right, these were 9 by 9, and I'm going to go with 8 by 8. Is that right? Yeah. I knocked them down a step. Bye, Terry. Oh, wait, Terry. Oh, wait. Where's mine? Terry's got to go. She's got to take care of that shoulder. We tell her not to overdo. So. Bye, Terry. Terry's our official cougar, just so in case y'all didn't know. All right, where's my pictures? Where's my picture? Okay, here we go. All right, picture back. Inktober will be my go-to, I think. So are you going to do yours in color, Loretta? You're welcome, Terry. Are you going to do in color, like Inktense pencils? Is that what you mean? You're welcome, Sharon. Thank you. Thanks you for being here. Y'all always say thanks for the inspiration. I appreciate y'all being here. Y'all make it fun for me. People go, can't you just do a show without chat? No. The chat's what makes it fun for me. Hanging out with you guys. I mean, it's just not for me. That's just the way I roll. I don't enjoy just making videos because I'm not a teaching show. My show's not like, they're not classes and they're not tutorials. They're chat shows. My shows are chat shows. That's the way I roll. And so, it's just not the same for me just to make videos of how to do things. So inspiring you guys through chatting and talking and discussion, that's the way I roll. Me and Tina are doing Inktober. Okay, Nick and Tina. Okay, is that a different Tina than the Tina I already have? Nick and Tina. Okay, Nick and Tina. Nick Diamond. We're chatty. Always all have been and always will be. Yeah, I'm not letting up anytime soon, right, Julie? I know. Yeah, it is about the community, Ian, for sure. For sure. Well, thanks, Faithful. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying, and I say this all the time, I'm not saying that you're not going to learn anything because I'm not a teacher, but, if I inspire you to pick up a pen, a pencil, a marker, or something, and get a sketchbook out, and if I inspire you to start, even if I inspire you to go take a class from Barb, go take a class from, go watch Faithful's new, she's starting to do some other new, I don't know if she started yet, her Bible journaling. If I tell you to go over to Barb's and take a mandala class, go to Ian's channel and watch his watercolor, go to Jean's class and watch how to do a cinch binding book, or, it's wherever you learn something from, wherever you pick it up. That's why I don't mind if y'all are taking classes from Diddle Wah Diddy. I don't care who. You're more than free to promote them. Now, and we do respect we don't come in here and just spam. Someone that's having a class doesn't just come here and spam their class and we never see them again. But we all get that. We all know that. We all understand what spam is. But, if you're selling something on Etsy, Limo Norma just started opening up her Etsy shop. You know, whatever it is you're doing, I am all about promoting it. I don't care about, oh, well, you didn't get it from me. Well, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't roll that way. You are free to talk about whatever you're working on, whatever your project is. I'm still working on Lady Jan True North to do her tags or to make her nature tags into a book. That would be the most awesome book if we could get Jan to do that. You know, so it's all about doing something, whether you get it from me, Barb, Julie, whoever, you know. Kimberly Ray. Okay, Kimberly Ray, I'm writing you down. And you'll at least try. You know, if you don't make it, nobody's going to judge you. Trust me. We're not going to judge you if you say, I can't do it. So, you know, I wrote you down, Kimberly Ray. I'm trying to make a list of everybody doing Inktober. How did you know I would? You know, I'm going to pester you because I'm all about pestering. It's all about the pester. Lady Jan. It's all about the pester. You did do cards with them, but you need to put them into a book. Now, let me talk about this rumor here. I don't know if it's true. Apparently, I was watching somebody. It was one of the comic people. I don't remember who it was. But anyway, they were talking about that Create Space is going away, and that Kindle is going to take over that branch off Amazon, and so it's going to be somehow print on demand that used to be through Create Space is now going to be owned by Kindle. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. That's all I know. Really, that's all I know. Oh, okay. I'm going to add you, Kia, Gillian. Added you, Kia. So I don't know the person that I think that I can see if not, and again, I don't know that it would affect them because they would just switch over to the Kindle. It's all through Amazon anyway. Is our color book guy? Oh my gosh, names are escaping me today. I swear, I really do have a memory. Bennett Klein. Our Bennett Klein color books come through Create Space. So, let's see. Really good people in the world. Barb, that's not true. I am not the single person. Oh, Barb. But I don't know if that is going to be true or not. Anna Rose Brown. Anna Rose Brown. Okay, added. Thank you, Picola. Oh, Barb. You're just saying that because you want to have a backup for your cats. I'm just kidding. Barb has the cutest. I mean, until I got my two cats, Barb's cats, her two cats, her Siamese that she rescued, are the cutest cats ever. I have a mural of one of her cats in my other room, like a 4-foot by 5-foot mural in my other room of one of her cats. So anyway, we'll have to kind of keep our ear to the ground on that as far as Create Space. But all right, so my point was to say all that is that you could print on demand, print it yourself through either Create Space or if it moves to Kindle, one of those, you can print it like that and people could just buy it from Amazon. Yes, Ian. Yeah, Barb calls her the sponsors. Yeah, they're the sponsors. Yeah, Barb sponsors. So I want to just kind of play here for a couple more minutes, guys, on these two. Oh, wait, we didn't do, well, oh, yeah, we got to do it. We have to do a, what do you call it on here? What pen? Let me see. Let me get a fat one here. That one's too little. here we go. So I got a fatter one. This one's got a little bit of a, I've used it a lot, so I'm not sure how the point is. Let me test the point. The point on this one may be, this paper is kind of absorbent, so this pen may not be the best one. It's a little, this cardstock, it's a little absorbent, so it's kind of, I don't want to say it's feathering, but it's not giving me the thin lines that I want. No, that one, this should have been thin. Right there, that should have been thin. You consider the title page as, well, I'm going to do the title page and one of these today. It could be, this could be your first day. I've always just made a title page and then 31 other drawings. Today, I'm kind of like doing a whole bunch of test things for y'all. I will end up doing this on this size for today, but I will post this as well. So, or one similar. I don't know if I'll do this one or if I'll do this one, because I really like the flowiness of the brush. This is just that this particular brush is not doing it for me. So I might have to find me, because I want it kind of thick like this. I'm thinking maybe the Tombow, or let's test this. That's why I kept all the cast offs from my, these are all the cast offs when I cut my cardstock down. I kept these to use for practice. This one may be better. This is my Pentel brush pen. I don't have enough. See how it's feathering a little bit? It's not quite enough control. I've already seen some fantastic images done with today's. But oh, I know. You will find, again, guys, if you want to see awesome, see, it's wanting to feather, which that's kind of cool in itself. Look, that would be a cool Inktober. Maybe I got to try to feather. I don't know if I can get that dry brush effect on every letter, but that would be cool, right? Go and look in Twitter, Instagram, wherever your social media, especially Instagram, though. Look under, just go in there in your search. Here, let's do that real quick. Go in your search and just hashtag Inktober 2018. Let's just go look at what we got so far today. Let me go to search. Let me put in hashtag Inktober 2018. Let's see what we got here. All right, let me turn the light down. Hang on. So what was today's prompt? What's the official prompt again today? Because I didn't write them down because I'm not doing them. Oh, this pen, this one is the Pentel brush pen. It's a Pentel brush pen, but it's kind of, see how it can make a dry brush look like that? That's more for inking, drawing rather than lettering. For me, lettering and brush lettering needs to have a stiffness to it. This is not stiff enough. Is it poisonous? Okay, let's see what they got here. Let's just look through some of these. Of course, there's going to be some witches and things. Look at that. See? Now, if you're ambitious and you have the time to do more detailed drawings, like I said, I try to keep mine to about an hour. Look at that. Looks like a mushroom and a snake. And then here somebody just did the logo. Whoops, let's go back. A little poison bottle. Looks like a little snake or a worm in there. And the other thing I do on mine is I post the size. I try to remember to do that every time. But that's one of the things that that bothers me about any artwork people post. Sometimes you can see that it's in a book or something, but a lot of times people don't post the size of their work and you don't have any clue. Now, this one has a pin next to it, so you can kind of guess that's probably about a 5x7 or something. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Look at that detail. So if there's no reference next to it, oh, Kia posted. All right, let me go look. I'm not sure if that's her name. Let me look for it because people have different names too. Kia, what's your Instagram name? I need to know your Instagram name, Kia. Is it Kia G? It's not coming up as that. So I don't know what your Instagram name is. I'll wait a second. You can use color if you want, Molly. I like to do black and white. Some people, okay, see that's a thing you don't know. Is that two? Okay. Um, wait a minute. Two eight, 28. No, that's not you, Kia. That's some guy. That's not your name. Kia, sorry, that's not your name. I don't know. Oh, it's on Twitter. Oh, well, no wonder I can't find you on Instagram. All right, let me go over to Twitter. Hang on. I was going to say, that's some guy. That's not you, Kia. There you go. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's cute. I like it. See, now that would be a good color book page, Kia. That would be fun to color. All of us would love to color that. I'm telling you. That's awesome. If you just hashtag Inktober 2000, does it post to that page? Yes, it does. Karen, it will post to that page. If you put it all in one word, though, hashtag Inktober 2018, all one word, and it will post to that page. Yes, it will. And then also hashtag, we're talking earlier, if you're in our groups here, any of our groups, mine, Janet's, Barb's, whoever's you're in, put hashtag Inktober 2000, or I'm sorry, Inktober Fibs, Friends in the Box. So put both hashtags. Okay. Put hashtag, I don't know where my thing is. I got my pile here. Look, do two hashtags here. And then all of us can see yours. So that will narrow it down. We can put this hashtag in because there won't be millions. There's going to be hundreds of thousands. There'll be hundreds of thousands under this. But if you put both, so it goes to there too, but then we, your friends, can find you easier because we're not going to find you in here very easily because there's going to be literally thousands and thousands in this. But if you put Inktober Fibs, then when we go put that in the search, just us, all the fibs, all the friends in the box, our groups will be able to find you. Okay? Yeah. But put this too, because you want everybody else that's not in the group. You want everybody, the thousands of people that follow Inktober Official to find you. But then if you put this in, we'll find you. Okay? I don't think it matters if it's in caps or not, Ian. I don't think Instagram is case sensitive. I don't think. So I like to do stuff like this just because it's easier to read. If you put all that together, it does like, what is that? Inktober for fit, Yeah. What can't you find, Sharon? Tell me what you can't find. Sharon's new to social media. If that's the same Sharon. So I'm not sure what you can't find, Sharon. If you can't find any Inktober fibs, yeah, it's because probably nobody's posted anything yet. We just started that like 30 minutes ago. So there's probably no there's no hash, there's nobody's posted anything yet, Sharon. That's why you can't find it. Nobody's posted. Okay. Okay. So let's see what else we can wrap this up. Oh, I wanted to try to test that with the Pentel brush pen, which is soft. The brush is softer. It's more flexible and softer than say these that are made for brush lettering. So I'm going to see if I can try to make it get a dry brush look. Yeah, nobody's posted yet, Sharon. So let's see if I can try to. I'm not sure if I can. No, but see, it's so juicy. There we go. If I kind of do it on the side. See, I'm kind of liking that look for Inktober to be kind of. I think I'm gonna do this for my cover. Is that too like I don't know. I kind of like it, but I want to get in. But on the tips, I want to get it more pointy. See something like that. So I'll probably have to. Let me try to write a little smaller. Well, let me just go ahead and use my sample here because I can make another one. Welcome back, Jean. Where were you? Did you get knocked off or something? Let's try this, guys. And see, I wanted this to have a little nib up there somehow. I'm just kind of controlling the pen, like flattening it, turning it. So I'm not liking all these letters, but I'm getting the idea. I'll redo it. But I want it kind of scratchy like that, but it's too thick. I want it. I'm going to have to get a smaller. I think I'm going to have to get a smaller brush pen out to get the lettering thinner on the side, or just do it with the brush. Like, let me get one of my brushes here. My new brushes. Where are my new brushes? Here we go. That I bought specifically for Inktober. Let's go with that. Let's get kind of a medium size one. Let's try that. See all my little sample things here? This is what we're okay, so now let's get another piece of paper here. And we'll go with just ink. Went to brunch. Oh, okay, Jean. So let's see if I can still get something smaller, but a little bit. Let's get a dry brush here. See, it's hard to get kind of in between. Get that in between dry brush. Got to keep kind of drying it off. I'm trying to vary the pressure. Almost kind of like painting it, sort of. Something like that. So, oh, I'm sitting on my foot. Oh. So something like that. So let's see. Let's review. Let's review before we go. We've been here 3 hours, so that's a good amount for Inktober. Hey, Joyce. Okay, so anybody else going to fess up that they're doing Inktober? And I'll add them to the list. Again, I'm going to be doing calligraphy, cats and calligraphy. And that could be some funny brush lettering like this. It could be some nice brush lettering. I'm going to do some cat quotes. Here's a couple different versions. This is kind of a squared off version. Here's more of a flowy. See, I'm going toward this right here. But this is, like I said, this is a 9x9, and I'm going to move them down to 8. I'm going to move them down to 8x8. So here's a couple different styles of this. You know, just some practice things. Here's another practice one that I did. So I'm going to be doing cats and calligraphy. I'm going to be sketching them kind of sketchy with the Bic. But I'll be going in there with, you know, details, like heavier details here and there. You know, like maybe the eye, you know. I'll be doing a few little, you know, somethings with the brush pen or brush and ink, one or the other. And then I'll use Posca for anything like whiskers or eyebrow hairs or anything like that. So those are the tools of my trade. Bye, Mr. Q. Do you have Jan? Did I write Jan? Did I write Jan down? I don't know if I did or not. I'll write her down again in case I didn't, because I'm going to make a list. Make an official list. Lady Jan. Who, by the way, I haven't done it yet, but Lady Jan told me there's a Kindle, it's either Kindle or Nook, whatever, version of Ellis Peters' books back from the 80s. I'm so excited because I can't read the paperbacks, are too tiny. So I'm so excited that their the Cadfael series is in digital form now. At least the first one is. A Morbid Taste for Bones. If y'all have not read A Morbid Taste for Bones, the Cadfael, that's the first one in Ellis Peters' Cadfael series. You got to read it. Oh, Terry Mars. Okay, Terry Mars. And again, guys, if I would miss you today, it's okay. It's not like you're out of it. Like, you know, oh, God, they didn't get you on Monday, so you're out of it. No. I'll ask you again on Wednesday. Bomkai Plow. Bomkai Plow. Okay. So, oh, good. Well, don't forget to hashtag it, Galena, so we can all see it. Remember, here's your 2 hashtags. If you want your friends in the box. If you want us to see it, put this. If you don't care if we see it or not, just put that. But you're going to be lost if you want us to see it, unless we follow you on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. If you just put this in here, that doesn't guarantee we'll see it, because there's literally, guys, probably hundreds of thousands of people that post to Inktober. It's a big worldwide thing. Just saying. I think I did add you, Julie, but I'll write it down again, Julie T, just in case. You're going to do trees? Awesome. You're going to do them on index cards? Awesome. You could make a little book out of them. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. We've been here a little over 3 hours. Janet comes on, unless you can talk her into coming on early. She comes on at 1. Maybe she'll say something right now before we go. Yeah, it is a big deal for Inktober. It is faithful. And also, Wednesday, even though I did give a book away last week, Wednesday will be the first Wednesday of October, so we'll do a book giveaway. I don't know what book we'll give away on Wednesday. I'll find something to give away on Wednesday. Don't leave yet. Hang on. Okay, I'm hanging for a minute, Sabrina. Did you want to tell me something? I'm a hanging, Sabrina. What is it? Thank you, Pacola. Yeah, I stream every Monday and Wednesday and the occasional Friday mornings, 9 a.m. Eastern. But for sure, Monday and Wednesday, unless something happens or something, But otherwise, I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern, and sometimes on Friday. I'm not sure what Sabrina wanted. You're welcome, Light. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Give me a thumbs up if you are so inclined. Give me a thumbs up on the way out the door. Come on at your regular time because Amy's coming. Okay, that's right. Janet's got her friend coming. So it'll be 1 Eastern, guys. Okay? You're welcome. Y'all have a great Inktober month. We'll be doing some fun things this month. Pumpkins, masks, giveaways. We love the holiday season around here. Whether it starts October 1st through January 1st, New Year's streamathon. I'll be doing Anne's. I think, as far as I know, Anne's still doing her 12 days of Christmas. Oh, thank you, Sabrina. So sweet. Sabrina, do I have your email? I mean, your address? Email me, Sabrina. Thanks so much for the $20 super chat. Here's my email because I'm going to send you an art disc. Let me write it here. There's my email, Sabrina. Even if I've sent you something before, guys, if you super chat me again, I send you something else. So, Sabrina, I think you've super chatted me before, but send me your address again just to make sure I have it. Okay. Well, then if I have it, then that's fine. I will, let me write it down. I will send you it because here, look, I'm working on a new batch. Look, I'm working on new batches, Sabrina. So you'll get one of these. The blue glitter. Well, it's actually pewter. It's pewter color edge. Okay. So let me. I'm running out of Post-its. Where's my Oh, there it is. Thank you, Sabrina, so much. Okay. All right, guys. So I will see you over at Janet's. You love pewter? Oh, well, Jean, I gotta say, some of the mods have already got one, and I had to make a new batch, but my mods are getting one too. So my mods will get one too. You're gonna get one, Jean. Oh, all right, guys. Y'all have a great afternoon, great morning, great Inktober. Hope we got y'all started in the right direction. Oh, I know it wasn't, Jean. Jean, I totally know that. Jean, I so know that you weren't asking for one. I'm just saying, I already had planned to send all the mods one. I tried. All right, guys. I love y'all. Y'all have a great Monday. Bye.